Welcome to this guide on exercising stock options. If you work at a startup or have received equity compensation, understanding how to convert your option rights into actual shares is crucial. Today, we'll break down the entire process, from what options are to when and how you should exercise them. By the end of this video, you'll have a clear understanding of this important aspect of startup compensation. Let's start with the basics. Stock options give you the right, but not the obligation, to purchase company shares at a predetermined price. This is a critical distinction. You don't actually own shares yet. You own the option to buy them in the future. Think of it like having a coupon that lets you buy something at a locked-in price, even if the market price goes up. The key point here is that you control when and whether to use this right. There are 4 essential terms you need to understand. First, the strike price, which is the fixed price you'll pay per share when exercising. Second, vesting, which is the schedule determining when you earn the right to exercise your options, typically over 4 years. Third, exercise, which is the actual act of purchasing shares by paying the strike price. And fourth, fair market value, which represents the current worth of company shares. Understanding these terms is fundamental to making informed decisions about your options. Timing is everything when it comes to exercising options. There are 4 main scenarios to consider. First, when a company exit event like an IPO or acquisition is approaching, this creates liquidity for your shares. Second, when there's a significant value gap, meaning the current share value substantially exceeds your strike price. Third, before leaving the company, since your exercise window typically shrinks to just 90 days after termination. And fourth, for tax optimization purposes, strategic timing can minimize your tax burden and maximize your financial benefit. The exercise process follows 4 clear steps. Step 1, verify that your options are vested and exercisable by checking your equity dashboard or grant documents. Step 2, calculate the total cost, which equals your strike price multiplied by the number of shares plus any applicable taxes. Step 3, submit your exercise request by completing the required paperwork with your company's equity administrator. Step 4, transfer the funds and receive your shares, which are then registered in your name. Each company may have slightly different procedures, so always follow their specific guidelines. There are 3 common methods to exercise your options. The cash exercise is the most straightforward. You pay the full strike price in cash and receive all the shares. The cashless exercise involves selling some shares immediately to cover the exercise costs, but this requires a liquid market for your shares. The net exercise method means the company withholds some shares to cover costs and taxes, so you don't need any cash up front. Each method has different implications for your taxes and the number of shares you'll ultimately own. Taxes are a critical consideration when exercising options. There are 2 main types. Incentive stock options, or ISOs, have no tax at exercise if held properly, but may trigger the alternative minimum tax. If you hold ISO shares for 2 years from the grant date, you qualify for favorable long-term capital gains treatment. Non-qualified stock options, or NSOs, are taxed as ordinary income at the time of exercise based on the spread between the strike price and fair market value. You'll also owe additional capital gains tax when you eventually sell the shares. Always consult a tax professional before making exercise decisions, as the tax implications can be complex and substantial. Before exercising, keep these key considerations in mind. First, understand your exercise window and expiration dates so you don't lose valuable options. Second, assess your liquidity needs and whether you can afford the upfront costs without financial strain. Third, evaluate the company's trajectory and long-term potential, as you're essentially making an investment bet. Fourth, balance risk and reward within your overall investment portfolio to avoid being overconcentrated in one asset. Remember, exercise decisions are highly personal and depend on your individual financial circumstances, risk tolerance, and career plans. Take your time, do your research, and seek professional advice when needed.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.